I feel bad. Like I've tried to avoid knocking Geoff on YouTube because everybody does that. It's a lazy thing, but at times he gets it. It is funny to me how tone deaf he is about this stuff, though. Like Geoff, just don't say anything.
Ripping Arena Club slab packs is a great idea, especially now because guys, check this out. Arena Club is doing a special Easter egg hunt where they have put a card.
It's like there's no reason to do it. You got this huge media team behind. They got like 50 employees over there. I've been to that back room. It's massive. Nobody in there had a thought in their brain to be like, hey, this isn't really an issue, and if you say it and our prices don't reflect it, it's going to come back. It's amazing to me how tone deaf the guy is, which I like. It gives us content, so.
He goes on to talk about Topps Chrome, and this is
the bald guy? The little guy?
Yes.
Teapot?
Teapot, that's
thank
right.
you.
T-Pain, yes.
Okay, Topps. If you're listening, do that. That's a really good idea.
Thank you.
There we go.
Once in a while.
Teapot for president.
teapot, yes.
Teapot for president of the hobby.
Yep.
Let's go. Awesome. You know what else is a great idea? Ripping Arena Club slab packs is a great idea.
But at least you don't have three idiots on here just agreeing and rubbing each other's tummies like these other morons. There's nothing worse than that, by the way.
Got a lot of tummies.
Whenever you have Geo going after you, know you had a bad week if Geo's going to say it. So it was kind of a bad week for our boy Geoff Wilson. We'll get into it. There's a few reasons why. And, there's three reasons why. The first reason being he got pushed back on an email he shared by PSA. That's what we're going to get into first. Strike two, a messy take. It was just not a good take on the Kevin O'Leary and Shine. Just not enough information presented. Very, very surface level. He did a 5-minute segment on it and just talked about what cards need to be in the index. Yeah, Shine and Shine 150 and Kevin O'Leary are going to come out with an index of 8 cards. I assume they buy more. We'll get into that. And then finally, Geo roasts Geoff on talking about the prices of boxes and how the flippers want the hoops. So I don't know. Interesting week. Let's start here. This is where we start. You guys, I found this. You guys don't get it. So whenever you hear that, all right, that's a little worrisome. You don't get it. PSA didn't just grade my card. They had a 50,000 in value. I'm happy to pay them 4,000 commission, as he calls it, aka upcharge for doing this. Think of it like betting 50,000 on a hand of blackjack winning and then tipping the dealer 4,000. I mean, that's a world most of us don't play in, betting 50,000 on a hand in blackjack. Could you imagine? So this got a lot of uproar. We'll look at the comments, but after that, he pushed harder. Following, the next day, I believe, if you really hate PSA upcharge, he doubles down that much, then why don't you grade it with another company? The comments yesterday were 99% hate on my PSA upcharges and me. So why then do PSA grading numbers keep rising? Oh, why? Because monopolies, because corporations, market share, resale value, while BGS, SGC, CGC languish far, far behind. Buyouts, money talks. And right now, despite the noise in the comments, the money is all going to PSA. That said a lot, publicly sharing this, feeling that passionate about it. And this was his first email. He got this email from PSA. Hello, Geoff. I'm writing on behalf of PSA regarding submission attached. Now, I have Joffrey, but that has nothing to do with Geoff. That's PSA. This is from PSA. PSA wants their money. This submission contains one or more items that do not qualify the submitted fee due to their graded value. We understand that you've had no way of knowing this. We understand. However, when the value does exceed the limit for the fee you originally selected, we must make proper adjustments. In order to complete this process, we will need your approval to charge the correct amount of just over $4,000.99. Please thoroughly review all adjustments and we'll hold your card hostage until you pay. Now, PSA claims this is insurance. It's for insurance purposes. We have to mail them back the card. It's expensive, more expensive than we thought. It's insurance purposes. However, I looked it up. So according to this, USPS for a $50,000 coverage is 80 to 120, according to this. FedEx is closer to $500 to $600, $1.20 per $100 value. So you're looking at a $600 max to mail that $50,000 card and have your insurance covered. Not $4,000. So where does the $4,000 number come from? It's revenue. It's not insurance. It's also not transparent. Now, here are the big issues, and then we'll get into what people had to say in the comments. This is kind of what you read in the comments, but I came up with these myself, and yeah, the comments kind of echo these. So not everyone has an extra $4,000, Geoff. So when we don't get it, when you say we don't get it, you're out of touch. Even at a lesser level upcharge, many should not be forced to pay it. So fine, it's not $4,000. How about it's $1,000 for an average human being that's not wealthy? And as you see, living paycheck to paycheck, 67% of people in America. So you're speaking to a small minority, and that's why you got pushback. Here's another one. I can understand giving an option on insurance level pricing. You want to throw out some insurance level pricing if PSA feels the need on certain cards. How often do you hear of a PSA card going missing in the mail? Not often. Sure, but it's not a big problem. We're not seeing this all the time or hearing about it, and we hear about everything on social media. You could fly, this is a kick. You could fly to PSA, have a nice vacation, fly back home for less than, you could fly to PSA, spend the day at Disneyland, pick up your card, and fly home for less than $4,000 for their insurance money. The most obvious gripe is no other labor was needed here. No other labor. It's the same service. The card went through the same process as every other card. It didn't take more technology. It didn't take more manpower. It didn't take more man hours or hours in general. It's an upcharge for revenue. Why do they do it? Because they can. Why do they do it? Because they can. All right. Let's go to the comments. Before we get to his big swing and miss here, in my opinion, let's get to the comments. So he put it on Twitter, October 16th, 2025. That's this morning. It's right now I'm filming. It's October 16th at night. Does this just incentivize PSA to give more 10s out so that they pocket more money, thus taking all credibility away? I mean, sure, that's a good one. Tells the guy, if that happens, just send it to Beckett. Imagine my child hits a 101 in a pack. Submits it for grading because that's what YouTube has brainwashed them to do. And then they get an email asking for $5,000 to send it back because the perceived value. His answer is send it to Beckett. Bro, he can't stand the smoke. Really tone deaf here, Geoff. You're favoring the company, then the customer, when it should be the other way around. PSA should provide convenience, not a burden. This upcharge hurts people in the hobby. It's because he's not for the hobby. He's a sports card investor. He says here, it took me a minute, that's like saying because someone can't afford to sit behind home plate, they shouldn't be allowed to go to a major league game. It should only go to the minor leagues. And he says, huh? Well, you're saying if you can't participate at the highest level of something, then you shouldn't take part of it. I mean, it is a little bit out of touch. The whole post comes off. Oh, what do you know? I haven't seen this one. The whole post comes off as out of touch and arrogant because it is. The entire PSA setup is a scam. More and more people are realizing this now. More arrogant, out of touch posts will surely help, though. So keep it up. Here we go. More and more people are realizing this. Well, meanwhile, PSA's grading numbers are going higher. Dude, I mean, just like I said, you're doing great. What is this? My goodness, a lot of discussion. Just remember the frustration CEO before he was in this position. Wait, did Nat Turner say something? Nat. Oh, you're not going to be able to read this. I can read this. On their website, the service level is max declared. It looks like he's bitching about this himself. I'm really struggling here, as you could probably tell with this. It's not the money, obviously, although anyone would be insane to pay for the those three prices for the three cards I mentioned above to have the PSA and holders. It's the process integrity approach. I'm at the point where I'm not going to send my cards in anymore to them. Is this, can't verify, but it says 2012 Nats Turner on blowout cards. Can I verify it's actually Nat Turner? It's the internet. I want to like PSA, blah, 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 but he doesn't like the max declared value per item level, but the vast majority of them, blah, blah, blah. All right. It's a free market. Here's Geoff. What does someone say? It's simple. The ROI from PSA is greater than any other company, and until the market moves away from PSA, it will continue. PSA gives a card a 10, charges more, then they give a 6, and they don't charge less. Same job completed for both cards. Complete bullshit. It's a free market. The market created this. No, it's not a free market. The market didn't create this. People like Geoff Wilson and other wealthy people have created this. Not a free market. It's been a propped up market. It's been an advertised market. It's been a hype and FOMO and buy now market. Maybe it's a free market. PSA is going to outprice their customer. By the way, it's happening with WWE right now. Some corporations are just getting too greedy. They value PSA. They ignore the other graders. I don't blame PSA one bit for charging a premium. Well, you're in the minority. You're in the minority. So after all the nonsense for 24 hours, what's the card we're talking about? He wants to know the card. All right. So that's there. It's also here. It's a bad thing if you have $384 in your checking account. What if the player gets a career-ending injury or pulls a wander? Do you get your money back when the value? So what happens? And that's the other thing. What happens if you don't want to flip or sell this card? Like the guy said, or even just me, what happens if this is something you just want to hold on to for a long time? You have to pony up all this extra cash just to put it in your collection. It just rubs me the wrong way when they would charge someone thousands of dollars for the same exact service received by someone paying a tiny fraction of that. Geoff and his group of investors just ready to completely flatline this hobby from the inside out. Pretty soon we'll see, wow, PSA announces it'll only be $50 to grade a card. What a deal. This dude lining his pockets with every consumer loss. Bro, and it just comes off. You can't play both sides. That's what it is. You're trying and the other two things I mentioned also, Geoff is trying to play both sides. And here he's really hardlining that, hey, it's not bad. It's okay to spend all this money. But then on the opposite side, he wants to be the media and the news and the seller and the host. And you cannot play every side. And it came off here as, this guy says, I'll be submitting my next group to BGS. He's over PSA, who does not upcharge, by the way. Only Geoff would post this as a positive. No doubt. So excited has to post on every platform. Paid sponsorship. Laugh out loud. We promise your card is worth a lot. Please give us more money. PSA is the real scalpers of the hobby. It's because they can. I liked this one. You've got to be getting paid for this terrible take. Not everyone grades with the intention of selling, so value wouldn't matter to those people. Also, there's a huge difference between tipping a dealer and a PSA holding a card hostage. The difference is extortion. They want a cut of the value. Absolutely. This guy gets it. They do want a cut of the value, which is a conflict of interest all over the place, by the way. In his opinion, in my opinion, these are all just opinions. There's no way in hell you believe what you're saying, and if you do, you're really out of touch or getting paid to say it. I mean, wouldn't that a bad take? I told you. And then he couldn't handle it, and he had to keep posting about the bad take. Is it even legal that a company gets paid a fee and then needs a kickback for grading a 10? It sounds like the mafia. Then again, if you really hate PSA upcharges, the comments yesterday were 99%. Hey, take a clue. Take a clue. Money talks, he says. Just tripling down. You aren't dense, you know what you're saying, but you don't care because you have money. There is no reason at all to upcharge the amounts they do, besides the fact they can do it. Besides the fact they can and do. That's why they do it, because they can. They don't care about the customer. They don't care about the collector. They really don't even care about the customer. Why charge this much? And it's the cartel of the hobby. Now, they'll buy back your card. They want to get into mystery packs. I don't know, man. PSA, it's called greed. You have a good thing going, and now this is not good. This is some of the most out of touch nonsense I've ever heard from you. I'm glad it's not just me. It's not even YouTube. It's Twitter. It's Instagram pushing on this. So this is great. I mean, this is absolutely great. Now, he did come out with the video, and you could go watch it if you want. Really not worth it. He explains, which we already know, that Mr. Wonderful and Kevin O'Leary bought these expensive cards. And what he didn't explain was, bro, Kevin, the way I understand the story is Shine owns this $3 million Luka. Well, the card index here, they went ahead and bought it for $4.7 million. So they bought his private card, Shine's and Kevin O'Leary's, maybe just Shine's, to put into this index at 4.7 when the real value is 2 million or less. Okay, where the comps or whatever real value that card is, it shouldn't sell for 4.7. Just like the Jordan Kobe card shouldn't be 13 million, just like this new $10 million card. So if they are starting an index, they're doing it awfully weird by paying way over market value for some of these cards, and it's a certain niche, and the only good take they had on here is looking to go global. Okay, but they missed the entire story.
I'm doing it because I'm creating the #1 index on Earth. I'm calling it the Wondershine Index. Shine is the #1 collector on Earth. He is really curating this with me.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. I just threw up in my mouth a little bit.
Yes, we own them. And I'm planning, Stuart, my plan, and I'm talking to banks because they've called me, how can we somehow provide ownership to young collectors in the Wondershine Index? To get into this index, you better have the best card on Earth. In itself is the El Supremo. When I start something, I go big, Stuart. This is big.
He's talking up his book and he's doing a great job.
Darn right I am.
I'm on a boat. I'm on a boat. Take a good hard look at the motherfucking boat.
I mean, they missed the entire story. And why? Because deep down, this dude's thrilled about it. Deep down, this guy wants it to work so bad. But the entire actual story is missing. This video is already going on 15 minutes. I'm going to get into this way more on my live on Friday night. I don't want this video to go too long. But in an Instagram post discussing the $13 million purchase, Allen mentioned both forming a collectory advisory board and Secure Collectibles by name. It's unclear if the board would include the three men. Secure Collectibles offers lending, sourcing, and private sales. So not only do they want to make an index, they also are somehow connected to the Secure Collectibles that is offering lending, sourcing, and private sales for sports cards. Very rich, wealthy, price sports cards. They want to lend you the money right here. There it is. There it is at the bottom, featuring the Wondershine Index. This is interesting. Creating the #1 index in the world. It's just such a mist. He wants to spend 5-6 minutes on it. He has his two buddies in there, the two guys going with him, and there's just no real. It's all fluff. It's all nothing that really dives into it. And it's a bummer because Geoff's channel is someone that a new person in the hobby, that's something they're going to see. They see credibility with that amount of subscribers, so, and then of course, 5 minutes in, after he gives his take, he's ripping Arena Club packs. And this is a sponsorship, of course, and he's telling you to go and buy into their limited time only, Easter egg chase. And he does this on every video. So Geo, if you got Geo ripping you, something's up. And he made a video, Geoff, on Flipper Frenzy talking about, how could we solve this problem? And you cannot play all sides. You just can't play all sides. And Geo in his show had a problem with it. And again, what does he do after talking about the hoops thing? Straight to Arena Club, ripping 3 packs, ripping them on air, making it a big deal, making sure people see, making sure he gets that sponsorship money. It's not about what's good for the collector. It's what's about good. It's what's good for the pocketbook. It's what's good for lining the pockets. But you cannot play all sides, and that's what he's going to try to do. And maybe one day that'll he'll fall on his face for it. But this week was tough for him. He got a lot of pushback for several different things. I thought this was just the weakest story. I'm not going to go any further on this one. We'll do it on the live. As always, thank you for watching. Hit the like button, subscribe if you have not, and have a great day.
We're going to rip them all and see which one I make the most money on. Let's go. I came straight to the football aisle because, of course, football is what is hot right now with the season just having kicked off.
I don't give a damn what they are. They're all on the list, and that's Stone Cold's list, and I'm fixing to start running through all of them.